What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Kingdom of Heroes video. Today, guys, we're going to be crafting Mary, finally. Don't be like me, guys, and sleep on your Mary, because Mary is so good. She's used in like all of TOA hard, pretty much every single F11 speed team, and pretty much all over the game, just like Media. And I have slept on her for so long. So today, we're finally going to craft her, and I'm going to build her here with you guys so you can see how I go about building her. And I figured this would help you guys when you craft your Mary, or if you have your Mary crafted already and maybe you're not sure how to build her. So first things first, let's craft her up here. The patch just hit the game. I just did a summoning video that I put up probably yesterday for you guys, so you will know how my luck went, pretty much as usual. So let's go to combined here. Let's pull up our girl Mary, and as you can see, everything is ready to go. And again, Mary is so strong, and I should have crafted her a long time ago. I am just a lazy gamer, and I've had so many other projects in my way that I kind of just pushed her off, and that was a big mistake. So guys, make sure you don't do that. Craft your Hildegard and your Mary as soon as you can, and I promise they will help your progression so much. And Charlotte is actually another really good craft. I'm going to craft her next. I have everything I need to craft her. She's pretty much like a budget Nocturne. She has the block buffs, which is the only other hero in the game that has block buffs except for Nocturne. So I'm going to be crafting her next, and she is also a really good unit. She's pretty much like Apotheosis and Nocturne mixed together, because she's got the speed slow, the defense break, and she's got the block buffs. So she is an amazing 4-star hero, so don't sleep on her neither. The only one I would say you really don't need to craft or rush to craft is Ashtroth. I don't see her being used early or late game. Maybe if you're free to play and you just pull the units to craft her, it wouldn't be so bad. But I really don't see people getting much use out of her. So I would just stick to Mary, Hildy, and Charlotte. And then down the line, if you ever get the stuff to craft Ashtroth, go for it. And I have said this in a crafting video before, but I figured I would say it again just in case you didn't see that video. So let's craft Mary here. Everything's all set. I locked up our Mudspell and Lucifer that we use already, just to be safe, because you know I'm an epic fail, and I would be the person to feed my Mudspell or my Lucifer with runes on them. So here we go. Finally get our Mary. Late to the party, as usual. You know me. But here we go. Mary in the house. Finally got our Mary. Now let's build her. Now the one thing I really don't like about this game that bothers me is that you can't see your runes on your current heroes. I really hope they address this soon. I've said this on their Discord many times. I don't think it would be a big deal in coding it. I think it would actually be really easy just to add something into the rune management system where you can see your runes that are already on your heroes. Because right now when you pull up rune management, you can't see any of your runes that are on your current heroes. You can only see the ones that are not on your heroes. And that makes it kind of hard sometimes, because sometimes I just throw runes on heroes just to hold place. This way I have more space in my rune storage, because as you can see, we're almost full. So I'm constantly taking good runes and just throwing them on heroes. And the problem with that is when I go to rune my new hero, I can't see the runes that I have holding place on my other heroes. So I'm hoping soon they address this. Summoning War actually has one of the best rune management systems I've ever seen. It actually does all of this. You can see your runes on your current heroes. You can see them on your box, and you can see them all at once. You can click, options to see them, to not see them, to only see the ones on your current heroes. And it really makes life easier. So I'm hoping KOH addresses this soon. For today, we're going to do the best we can for what we have in our current box. I did pull runes off my Navis and my Bunny because they were holding runes, and they were attack type runes, which is what I'll be looking to put on my Mary. So before we rune Mary, let's look at her skills. I always like to go over the hero skills before I rune them, just to get a general idea of how I should be runing them. So I always like to glance and make sure that I'm runing them correctly. So we got a passive here, which is successful hits by Mary have a 60% chance to remove one buff from the enemy hit. So this means we need accuracy. And then we got the skill 3. This skill's damage increases when the enemy hit has lesser remaining HP. Every enemy killed with Spirit Blast reduces cooldowns of all allies by 1 turn and recovers your action gauge by 50%. This skill is amazing. And this is why you don't want to sleep on your Mary, because just in these 2 skills alone, she's doing so much and bringing so much to the table. So from these 2 skills alone, I'm getting damage and accuracy. That's the way I want to rune my Mary so far. And with some HP as well, because the more HP she has, the more damage she will do. Then we got the A2, which is reduced speed. and reduces their attack gauge by 30%. So this is more accuracy. And then we got the A1, which is successful hits recover 20% of damage inflicted as HP. So after reading her skills, I want to rune her accuracy and damage, and with as much HP as I can get in substats. So I'm going to try to go crit damage, attack, attack. I also want her to be a little bit fast. So I might go crit damage, speed, attack, kind of like I have my Apollyon runes. But I'm pretty much going to have to look at my runes and see what I have and see what build is going to work best on her. So let's click these ones up here and see what we have. Now, this rune is actually fantastic. This is crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, speed. This fits Mary perfectly. So this is going on Mary, even if we have to put a broken set. Because like I always tell you guys, stats over sets. So let's temporarily equip this on Mary. Then after I build her, I'll upgrade all the runes and I'll show you guys the final build. And then in an upcoming video, I will show you my Mary in action. Now, in a best case scenario, if I had like the best late game runes, I would put her on a charge havoc set. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to try to get her on a charge set just for that extra attack. But the first thing I want to do is see what crit damage runes we have available. And I don't think it's much because most of my crit damage runes are already on my heroes. And again, I can't see them, so I don't know which ones I want to pull off. So for today, we're just going to go with what we have. So we have this Swift one here. So we could put her on a Swift set and then just put her crit damage, attack, attack. And then we don't have to worry about putting a speed slot 4. And this is why I always tell you guys when you're building your heroes, there's so many ways you can do it. So if you want a hero fast, you could just go to Swift set. And then if you want damage, you could just go crit damage, attack, attack. Or you can go with a charge set and go with attack slot 4. Or you can just do all broken sets if that gives you the best stats. Most of the time, you're going to get more stats out of having at least a 4-piece set and then having a broken 2-piece set, something along those lines. So now let's see what attack percentage runes we have. I don't think we have many because again, they're all on my current heroes and I wish I could see them because I'd probably pull some of them off because I really don't use a lot of my current heroes that I have built. They're just holding runes. So we got this one here. Now this isn't the best rune, but this has 20% HP. This has speed, accuracy, resistance, and it completes the set. And its attack percentage slot 6. So I think I'm going to throw this on her. Now, I'm not getting any damage stats out of this, but it does make my Mary tanky. It does give me a ton of HP. So she's going to be doing more damage because of her A3, I believe. So in this case, this is actually a really good set to put on her. So now let's look and see what we have for slot 4. As far as attack percentage goes, ideally we want a Swift rune, but I don't have many Swift slot 3 and 5 runes. So we're going to have to see what we have here. We might have to do a broken set or maybe switch to a charge set. I got this one here, but this is terrible. Now, this one isn't too bad. We're going to be lacking crit rate, though. But let's throw it on her, because I'm probably going to use her with Apollyon anyways. So he'll make up 30% of that crit rate. And again, this is just a temporary build. Most of the time, I build the hero. I upgrade the runes. I see where they're at, and then I go over it again and try to make it better by looking over my other heroes and seeing what runes I have on them that I can move over to my Mary or the unit that I'm building at the time. So now we got the slot 2, 4, and 6 covered. So now let's check out the slot 3 and 5, and we're going to try to stick to a Swift set just because we don't have a lot of speed on her, and we want her at least 140 to 160 speed. That is kind of important on your Mary. So let's see what we can do here. Apply. Okay, so we got slot 3. Now this isn't a bad rune at all. Now, has crit damage, has speed, has accuracy, has crit rate, and these are all the stats we want on our Mary. So let's put that on her. Now her crit rate's going to be a little low, so I might have to do some adjusting in the future. But I feel like accuracy, speed is probably more important than her necessarily critting. And I am going to run her with Apollyon, which is going to give her an extra 30% crit rate. So I do have to keep that in mind. Now this is actually a fantastic rune for Mary as well. We got lucky there. This wouldn't be a bad rune either, but I think this one is better because we're getting more accuracy and we're getting attack percentage. Now it might be better to put this one on her. Let me see what this looks like if I put it on her. This gives us 41%, but this gives us more accuracy. This one gives us resistance, accuracy, HP, crit rate. I think this top one is better because we already have a ton of HP on our Mary. So this is going to give us some defense and some attack. So let's just stick with this one. And let's upgrade the runes and then see where we're at and see what changes we need to make. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Now, this rune here, just to show you guys, this rune was an amazing rune. And it rolled minimum rolls into speed. I believe 2 minimum rolls into speed, 1 minimum roll into accuracy, and then like a decent roll into accuracy. But it just shows you like this rune on paper looked amazing. And then after rolling it, it's not that great. It fits my Mary perfectly. But this rune actually could have been so much better. It could have been like, 20 crit rate, some crit damage, some speed. And when you look at this, it's really not that great and doesn't even look like a legendary rune. Just to show you guys that sometimes a rune on paper may look fantastic, but once you upgrade it, it's not fantastic. So always upgrade your runes before equipping them, unlike I do. But I'm willing to make the necessary changes that I need to make. But if you're low on silver, I would not recommend doing it the way I do it. So everything else rolled okay. Now let's see what our Mary looks like. Now she has really low crit rate. I don't know if I'm okay with that. So let's go back to her runes here. Now I was looking at a Swift rune here. This has speed. Let's see what this looks like on her. This will give her 48% crit rate. Let's see if we can find some crit rate here. So this one here is actually a really good rune for Mary. So let's put this on her. And this is what I'm talking about with stats over sets. This is a perfect case of that. So we're definitely going to go with a broken set here. We're going to lose some HP, but that's fine. She already has a ton of HP on her. We don't need too much, but it does give her some extra damage. So we want to make sure we have enough crit rate and crit damage to make up for that damage that she's going to be doing. That is more important. So now we have 46% here. It's still a little bit low. I'd like it to be a little bit higher. So let's see if we can change maybe the slot 3. Now these runes are perfect for Mary, but the thing is she's not going to have enough crit rate. So we got to make sure we make up for the crit rate. And that's why I always tell you guys, if you're going to rune something with damage, make sure you're putting enough crit rate to make up for that damage, because if she's not critting, then you're not going to be doing any damage anyways. So all of those damage stats are not going to matter. I might as well just go speed here if I can't get enough crit rate to make up for everything else. Now I know I have other runes on my other heroes that would be perfect for Mary, but because I can't see them, it's too much of a hassle to go through each hero and see which ones are which. Now let's see what this does. Now we're lowering our speed, but we're kind of right where we need to be. We're losing 16 speed. She was really fast on the other build that we had, but the crit rate was so low, I can't justify all of that speed. Because having speed is nice, but we still want her fast. Let's see if this will roll crit rate. Probably not, but let's check. Because we want her doing damage, but we also want her fast. We also want her to have crit rate. I mean, there's just so many stats that you need on Mary. But I think for now, this might be better. So this gives us 61%. Lowers pretty much everything else, but it's making us a lot faster. I think for now, this build will be better on her until I can go through my other runes and change it around. Because I feel like you can either go two ways with Mary. You can go accuracy speed build, or you can go damage build. So I think for this build, we're going to go with the more damage build. I've never used Mary, so I have to test her out and see how she works. For now, we're going to leave her like this. So if I use her with a Apollyon, she can have 90% crit rate. She should have decent attack, good crit damage. Her accuracy is low. I believe a perfect Mary should have 80% accuracy, 80% crit rate, bunch of crit damage, bunch of attack, bunch of speed. I think for now, not using any runes for my other heroes, this is not a bad build. I'll be able to build her up, see what I want to do with her, farm some more runes, and then change her around. But I just wanted to show you guys how I would go about building my Mary from ground up. So this is pretty much stage 1. Stage 2 will be 6-starring her, testing her out, seeing how her damage is, and then seeing if I want to go back to the damage build or move her up to more of a support build. I do think she's going to need more accuracy, but I feel like if you're building her for damage, you're not going to worry about the accuracy too much. And then if you're using her for more TOA hard and stuff, then you want more accuracy, less damage. So I'm going to have to see how this works, and then we'll get back to it. But for now, I hope this helps you guys how to go about runing up your Mary for the first time. And again, I don't think that was a bad overall build. She is lacking accuracy, but I feel like she's going to be doing damage, so I might not need the accuracy as much. But again, I never used Mary, so I have to test her out. She has 170 speed, which is really good, so she's going to be fast. She has good HP. She's going to have good attack. So this is pretty much a hybrid build, I would say. We went with the hybrid build on our Mary, pretty much giving her a little bit of everything. I would definitely like to get that accuracy up. But other than that, we just kind of mixed everything instead of just going with a straight damage build or a straight accuracy build. So for now, we're going to leave it like this. I hope this helps you guys. That's going to wrap this one up. We're going to be giving away a Halloween pack here on YouTube. And we're going to be giving away a couple on Twitch. So if you want to be a part of the one on Twitch, that is in the description as always, along with my Discord. If you want to be a part of the one on YouTube, make sure you're commenting and liking on my past 30 videos to be a part of the Halloween pack giveaway, which I will do later this week. As always, I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.